Great. We record.
Good.
All right. So today we are going to play Himbos of Myth and Mettle, which is my upcoming RPG about. It's a high fantasy RPG about comedy, camp, and kindness. Is how I'm currently describing it. We're going to be playing Bakto's Terrifying Cuisine, which is a cool little module that I will put a link to. Which I have never run before, so this should be super interesting. Everybody involved, introduce yourself. Let's start with Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam. I am playing Clay, just Clay, a thembo who started life as a busser and server in fabulous inns and taverns and bars, and, has sought the life of adventure ever since.
So cute. Clay,
So wholesome.
So wholesome. So genuine. Adam is actually going to be like the real, probably the like IRL as well as in-game himbo for this. There's a lot of personality parallels, I'm sure, between Clay and real life Adam.
Maybe yes.
You're very smart, though. It's fine. You're very smart. It's whatever. Natalie, tell us about Splint, not Flint.
Yes. Hello, I'm Natalie. I will be playing Splint Braxton, who's inspired by one of my favorite himbos, Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. So very nurturing, very thoughtful. A himbo of relatively few words. So a woodsman by trade tends to get along better with animals, rocks, and trees than necessarily with humans. He tends to find them rather loud and confusing, but definitely knows his way around an axe and has found some extremely good friends in both Clay and Bulk.
Bulk. Speaking of Bulk.
Hello, I am Ivory, and I will be playing Bulk Hogan, who is a farmhand come wrestler with a charming personality, a meaty physique, and a big package. Bulk spent most of his time on the farm tending to the other field hands and not really to the field. And all that wrestling with big animals led him to want to wrestle more big animals. And that's how we're here.
So good.
So noble.
So good.
So noble.
It's inspiring, really.
Truly.
And, an inspiration to us all. Bulk Hogan. Y'all are friends. Y'all have adventured before. Something about throwing a child into a well, stealing a baby from an orphanage, and throwing that baby into a well.
First of all, they were fully children, like completely cogent,
not a baby.
And they consented to being thrown down that well for the good of the village.
Made relatively informed choices.
Made somewhat informed choices, and the village has prospered. So
we rehomed them. We gave them a great new life.
In the Feywilds.
We in fact brought them from a life of squalor to a life of magic and adventure. So really, we're really
for sure. There will be no consequences to this whatsoever at any point in the future.
What is the future? There is only now.
We're about to go on. The return of one of the children, one of the orphan children from the Feywild. It's not, but I should have done that. It is not. So, a new building has cropped up in your local town. It was, covered in like that nice, whatever the medieval fucking canvas is, the medieval version of that plastic they put in front of construction. I'm like, it's just canvas.
Just canvas.
Variety or whatever. It has that exciting, like, oh, we're building something mysterious behind here. But the canvas has come down. It's very large. It's not super descript. It just looks like a big kind of non-residential building. But in front of it is a very large sign. And the very large sign says, "Urgent, help wanted. Client has hunger sated only by the most unique feats of culinary ingenuity. Is starved, seeking passionate, creative, and robust individuals. All ingredients provided. Compensation extremely competitive. Inquire within."
I'm helpful and robust. I'm in.
I am creative.
I mostly know
I guess
what
that means you
berries
have
aren't
to be unique.
poisonous, so that seems like will be
Nice.
helpful.
That's good. So, a little bit of tingle every once in a while is
Oh
a good
yeah,
thing. It's a
yeah,
good
yeah,
thing.
that's fine.
I'm no berry expert, but I'm pretty sure the tingle is never where it ends.
Well, I mean, the tingle goes in one end. What happens in the other
Mm.
end? That's, a whole different story.
That's between
Are we
you
still
and the
talking about
Lord.
berries? The berry lord. Great. Wonderful, the berry lord. Do you inquire within?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I think that we all run up to the door and bang on the canvas.
Canvas is down. There's
That's
just a
all
door.
Canvas
right.
is down. We just go up and knock on the door. The three of us are standing there. Look at how handsome.
Extremely
Yes.
robust.
True.
Yeah, how handsome are you?
Very handsome.
I would say I, in fact, have an undeniable presence about me. You really can't miss me at all.
I got that
So
kind of
clever.
like
How do they
Brendan
get it to the next
Fraser as
person?
George of the Jungle obliviousness thing going on, but like with some very nice classical features, but also just like wide. There's a lot of
But
wideness.
also watch out for that
Right.
tree.
I think I have that, that nice tousled
Mm.
sandy hair that's kind of effortlessly cool, but always unkempt and, pretty tanned from working on the farm all the time. And I got a big package. Everyone likes a big package.
I've got really big
Oh,
hands.
I got really big feet.
Are you our resident like surfer bro? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah.
I guess so, but not really. No, because like farmhand, not surfer, more like dirty farmhand, dirty, dusty,
Dirty
Like
yeah,
farmhand.
dirty
like
farmhand.
Wesley from the beginning of The Princess Bride, but like much less eloquent.
Indeed, indeed.
Wow. You said Wesley and I pictured Crusher, and that was so
No,
not
the
matching
two
the
different
vibe.
things happening.
Great, wonderful. I'm glad we have mild, slight visual descriptors for you all. I'm still gonna think of Bulk as the surfer. In my mind, like just
Kind of the surfer farmhand. Well, I'll take it.
medieval
Into it.
surfer is a
Yeah.
farmhand. It's fine.
I mean,
It's a vibe, right? Like
oh
never
no,
wearing a
it's
shirt.
surfer,
Yeah.
just SERF. Ah.
Oh.
I don't know. Was that a dig?
There's gonna be so many puns.
Not
So many
enough intelligence to tell.
So you head inside. You knock on the door, and the door just kind of pushes open with like a slow creak.
Mhm.
And then in front of you is just like a normal kind of hallway. It's a little dark and like a little musty, considering the building itself is brand new. But you're hit with a wave of delicious smells. Just like whatever it is that is your favorite meal, you swear you can smell it. I don't know what that is. Probably for some of you, it's
It's a
a
meat
food,
stew and a
and for some of
pie.
you, it's what kind of pie?
That's a meat stew and a pie.
Mine's a nice hot dog.
Oh yeah, like one of those steamed ones.
Yeah, nice hot
Extremely
dog.
good.
She said nice hot dog, and you said one of those steamed ones, which I think of as the shittiest hot dogs.
Oh,
Like the lowest
it's far
hot dog is
superior.
the steamed hot dog.
No, the steamies like you get in Montreal.
Little
Yeah,
steamy.
they're amazing.
L''IL.
A little steamy.
Little steamy.
I just can't imagine. I pictured like when you just boil a
Oh.
hot dog. Like I get that that's not what you're
Right.
describing. But when I think of like a nice hot dog, I think of a grilled hot
Right,
dog.
yes.
And so to describe it as a steamed hot dog, I'm like, no, like just the wiggly kind. Like that's the.
But there is some good stuff in a good wiggly dog, because then you don't have to worry about dressing it. When it's nice and juicy like that, you can just like eat a bunch of them at once.
What was that gesture again? Incredible.
Awesome. Sold right there.
You don't have to use any toppings at that point. They're already self-dressed.
Mm.
All that juicy
Hot dog
watery
water?
goodness.
Like, where's that going?
Hot dog water. Exactly.
This hallway reeks of hot dog water.
Great.
So just
Yeah.
you,
Just like a facial.
This-
Just like
this
steam.
yeah, you are
Oh,
gonna
I can
smell like
smell
hot
it.
dog water for weeks to come.
I can smell
Fantastic.
it. I can smell it right now.
It goes on for a while, and it seems pretty darkly, like there's not a lot of light the farther you get down. When you get a little bit in, and you can see that at some point there is an end of a tunnel. Now, like you're not the most inquisitive characters in the world, and so it doesn't necessarily super hit you that walking into a dark hallway in a building that just went up when you've been greeted by no people is maybe not the greatest thing to do. You are lured only by hot dog water. Apparently.
Hot dog
the
water.
seductive aroma of hot dog water.
Himbos of Myth Mettle, everybody. Crowdfunding now. You too can play great epic fantasy games filled with the smells of hot dog water. You come to the end of the tunnel and you see it opens up into this like kind of surprisingly huge room, and in the middle there is a big huge platform and a bunch of like a very large circular table around a very big demon. There are many, many piles of hot dogs. There's many piles of other kinds of food, but like every food imaginable is kind of on all of these tables around this this big demon. And on the floor in front of this, and on the front of the platform is like every possible kitchenware you could possibly need. Some of it's in like disorganized piles, and some of it's kind of organized in like, here's a stove or whatever. But anything that you think you could possibly need can be found in this room. And then beyond it, you can see there's like a bunch of different passageways that go off. The demon, this is probably the first demon that you've ever seen. Demons aren't super common. It looks really demon-y shaped. You've heard of what they look like. That's the only reason you're kind of able to assess it as a demon. It has some horns, some like red skin, kind of scaly. It looks like maybe there's like some fire kind of just underneath the skin a little bit. It looks really pouty though. It's kind of like slumped sitting there, and it looks kind of sad and pouty.
Little guy.
Sad demon.
The second you step in, a huge grate falls behind you in the hallway, blocking your entrance back out.
Well, that's just great.
Why would you want to leave? The hot dogs are this way.
Right.
That's true.
True.
Is there anyone else other than the demon that we can see in this room?
There is nobody else other than the demon that you can see.
Okay,
And is it really a dungeon? Like, it's a modern building. It just got built, right?
It is not, in fact, 2022. I mean, it could be 2022. It looks pretty dungeony.
Is this a fresh dungeon?
It's
a fresh dungeon.
Yeah. Still got that fresh spackled blood look.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, the wall and floors are made of red marble.
Ooh, that's cool.
Really?
There is no
nice.
light, but it still seems to like there is light around the demon. Like there's some torches and stuff in this room, but you can see all of the there are 3 corridors that go on, and those you can't see any light down them. But it does kind of like reflect and bounce a little bit because of the shiny marbleness. So it looks pretty fancy. It's not. It does in fact look clean and maybe just built.
Well, hey, I'm pretty good at chit chat, so why don't I just say, "Hey, demon"?
The demon looks up and kind of like looks you all over and is like,
We're
Okay.
here.
Maybe
We're here to be
maybe
robust.
you can do it.
We're very robust.
I guess you look kind of robust.
Mm-hmm.
I am meaty.
Everyone is meaty. All of your kind is meaty.
I am kind. That's true.
It shifts it's like I don't wait, what? uh, trying to parse a little bit what you're saying. I guess you want to know the deal here. You've come to help. Well, kind of help. You have to help now.
Yes, we like to help.
We're
The
good at
only
helping.
way that you can exit, the only way that grate will open once again is if you present me with a dish that I deem good enough to release you. I will also reward you, also rewards.
Ooh.
But nobody yet, and they like kind of point, they kind of like do a hand sweep of the room, and you can see around the edges of the room in the way that you didn't because of all the like cluttered kitchen stuff. There are a lot of things that look like maybe they once were living but are no longer living, like strewn through all the rubble.
Oh dear.
Everybody so far has been a disappointment.
Can I start casually eating a hot dog?
Like from
Yeah,
the
just
table?
like pick it up and start munching.
Yeah. The demon kind of looks at you and like has a moment of like, well, that was for me, and then looks but was like, but it wasn't very good. Have some more hot dogs.
Thanks.
So unpleasant. Such an unpleasant emotion. Now I really want hot dogs, guys. Yeah, so they outline that the deal is that in order to escape, you have to present them with a meal that they find delicious. There are ingredients all throughout here. You can go down any passageway you want, find whatever ingredients you want, but you must be back here in 20 turns with something that satisfies Bakto's hunger.
Okay.
20 turns.
Lactose hunger.
Bakto. Bakto's hunger.
Oh,
Bakto
that's
is
his
the
name.
demon.
Okay.
Maybe it also has lactose. I don't know.
What are your favorite flavors, demon?
You know, I like things that remind me of the old times.
Could you explain what the old times were?
I mean, before your time. The old time for me is much older. But I just, you know when you eat a thing and like it makes you feel the feelings that you felt once.
I do.
What were the things that made you feel those feelings before?
Well, I don't really remember the actual foods I ate before, but I like every once in a while I get fed a thing and it just makes me feel like the good old days.
What was the last thing you ate that made you feel that way? Do you remember?
I mean, yeah, it was meaty.
Okay.
Kind of meaty, kind of like a little greasy,
Okay.
a little hot.
Oh, greasy a lot.
It sounds like a hot dog to me.
Kind of oily.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Was
something
it
with a lot of
wiggly?
oil.
Okay. It's a lot of oil. Okay.
And as they're describing it to you, they're like perking up just a little bit, and then they kind of have this moment of like realizing that that's not like get a little caught up in their memory of it, and then like look around, like come to a little bit and look around, and are like, "Oh right," and kind of like slink back in
Oh,
to just looking
Bakto.
sad.
Little guy.
Bakto.
So what this means is that you actually have 20 turns. You will know. I will continue to tell you how much time you have. They are not. This is not like combat turns. Like it's not like you have. It's not. It is a turn. Will be a specified period of time. That is the equivalent of like looking through a room. But I'm gonna continue to let you know, and then once we're at 20, you have to deal with what you have. Not including cooking time. You can cook after that 20, but you have 20 turns
Okay.
to scour
So this
through
is just
here
the
and
race
find
through the
whatever you
kitchen.
can find.
Okay.
and then make some shit.
Okay.
Let's go get a pig. If it's got to be meaty and greasy, anytime we ate anything meaty and greasy on the farm, it was made from pig. And it also kind of tastes like human, which if you're talking about old demons, they probably ate a lot of humans.
I might recommend we go with a boar. We can go with like a young one, right? Like maybe like a suckling boar or something like that, because super greasy, but like a little bit more complicated. And I think that like gamey humanness that you're going for might be like a little more pronounced in boar than just straight up pig.
Well, let's go see what we can find then.
I have 3 corridor options in front of you. You can see them on the little map. You don't have to pay too much attention to the map, but the map gives you some idea of direction.
What the fuck is that? Oh, the map.
Oh, it's a map. You will see that some things are farther away and they take more turns, but really it's just which direction do you want to go in, and I'll tell you what you find, and then we can figure out what you're going to do as you go.
Where are we on this map?
In the center.
Oh, entrance.
In one. Okay.
Just getting in character.
It's fine. You're doing fine. You're doing great.
Let's go to 2.
So linear.
I'm going to go to 2.
You just walk off.
It's a pretty red color. It's kind of like an orangey red. I like it. Let's go there.
Yeah. So 2 opens up into, you walk for a little bit. It's not that particularly long walk. 2 opens up into this like 60-foot long wine cellar.
Ooh.
There are there's like rows and rows of casks. And there are 7 skeletons in armor that are strangely red. Their bones are not white. The bones are a weird kind of like burnt red, almost brown. They're kind of like clinking up and down.
Oh, they're moving in
between the casks.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That is important.
Weird.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh, there's some skeletons. Like, that's sure, fine, whatever. Oh, moving skeletons. Different situation.
Moving skeletons. My apologies.
So I'm going to assume, this place is weird. So Splint's not going to assume that this is a moment for aggression necessarily. So I'm just going to start looking for like a really something like a really like thick red, like something maybe kind of jammy.
Like a
yeah,
full body.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like in a cask?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's
jammy. Most of them, they're not all open, and you may attract attention if you start opening them. But you can see in the first few that like it's mostly wine. There's not a lot that's like thicker,
right?
But there is some red and there's some white.
Yeah, like a red that smells really like nice and complicated and maybe a bit sweet. Like it's got like a berry, like blackberry cranberry thing going on.
Maybe a touch of plum. Yeah, I feel like a plum.
Yeah, you can find they're kind of like all towards the back end currently, like at the back of the other end of the wall. They seem to be kind of congregating. There's like the rows of casks kind of end, and then there's like one bigger cask that's kind of like sitting at the end in the center, and they're kind of closer to that. They're kind of like scuttling about, but yeah, you can find a plummy wine.
Yeah. And when I do, I like, how big are these casks? Like, is this something I could shoulder, or like, should I start looking for like a growler or something to fill up?
Rar, I can carry things.
Listen, I gotta park with friends. I gotta go. I mean, they're like full size wine casks, but like, I mean, you're wide.
Oh yeah,
you could.
And Clay can carry the shit out of anything. Clay's got some carrying, carrying powers. Yeah. So between like, especially if there's like, a smaller one, like I'll shoulder a cask and like be like, shall we like carry on? We good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we
on
want to go
Yeah.
10 or 8? I think 10 looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, let's
Sweet.
do 10.
I love that you just grabbed a cask and ran. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck this. Fuck those guys.
They're
over the other
busy.
end,
They
whatever.
clearly have things
Goodbye.
happening over there. That's fine.
They got a
Yeah,
party
no,
going on. We got work to do.
I got cooking to do. What is
Yeah,
that?
we
I
gotta
don't care
make this
about
meal.
skeletons. Oh, actually, I amend that. I amend that. Is there like, and it's totally cool if it's just like you don't know, but like, what do the skeletons smell like? Is there like not hot dogs? Like what?
It's decidedly less hot
Yeah.
doggy in here.
Yeah.
Probably all the wine.
Mhm.
It's hard to get a directional smell, like, because it's wine.
Right. There's
So
like,
there's so much like boozy
Sure.
smell in the room and so much fruity smell. It's kind of hard. There are many, many, many smells happening in this room. Some of them are berry and some of them are like a little tartar, and then there's like some cinnamon happening. And as far as like what that actually like locationally comes
Right.
from is a little difficult to determine.
All right. Yeah, that's
Unless you were to get
right. No,
closer to
that's
them and
fine.
give
It
them a
was
big
just
whiff
like
or
if
whatever.
something hit me, I had a question, but if no, then yeah, like off we go.
We don't need bone broth. We're good.
How do you know? How do you know you don't need bone broth?
Well, if
We're
there
gonna find
was,
other good
if there
things.
was
I have
something
faith.
that smelled like sulfur, that might make me be like, yo, could I borrow a tibia? But like, if there's not anything particularly like in that aromatic like category, like let's just grab the booze and go.
Yep.
I appreciate the idea that your cooking skills involve like measuring the amount of sulfuric aromatics in a food.
It's a demon, right? The old times, right?
Yeah,
Like
I think it totally
I
makes
think
sense.
there's got to
I'm
be
with
like
you.
a little bit of brimstone in here, like even if it's just
Yes,
a tiny
yes,
bit.
totally.
Oh my god.
Yep, totally.
Good point.
You're typecasting my demon.
You're the one who said they were a demon-y
Yeah, you
demon
walk
with like
down-
red skin and horns.
It's very demon-y demon. Very demon-shaped
Yeah.
demon.
Who misses eating foods that reminds them
Yeah,
of
if they're
being
like
a demon.
vegan or whatever, that would be a different thing. But like so far, it's all lighted up. Is all I'm saying.
So you come into room number 10 is very large. Room number 10 is very, very large. There is a huge stationary giant skeleton. Very large giant skeleton, but stationary, like, you know, museum styles.
Like what, like
Very
12-foot
big,
Home Depot skeleton or bigger?
You know, that's probably fine.
All right.
12 feet's probably fine. Okay. Like a story of a house or a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah,
whatever.
sure.
Big guy.
Big.
They have an out of one of their eyes that's kind of like glowing is dripping just what looks like water, and 10 moaning frogs are around the feet of the skeleton, kind of snipping at one another, trying to get to this drip of water that's coming out of the skeleton's eyes.
Okay, I will concerned for the little guys, because you know it's like pretty like dry down here, I would imagine. I will approach the frogs with the intention of scooping one up and placing it in the eye. Like, here you go, little buddy. Like the way that if you found like a beached like turtle or something, you would be like,
You'd put them in the eye of a
you'd
skeleton.
put them where they, like if a little guy was trying to cross the road, you'd help him out, right? And like maybe he lives there. I don't know.
I think so. When you approach, they do not seem. They all turn, and I don't know that frogs can hiss. Maybe they can hiss. These frogs fucking hiss.
Oh god.
But you think maybe you could grab one, but it's going to require a little bit of dexterity.
I
in order to be able to like grab one of 10.
Right. I do have friend to animals. as one of my skills.
Oh, yeah.
There's just some, which is the description is like there's just something calming about your presence that sets your furry friends at ease. In this case, slimy friend, but like one of those people that just like a deer will walk up to. Those are my vibes. So if that assists with my frog rescue attempt, hooray!
Yeah, they don't seem they like do a little hiss, but kind of in that way that like if you approach a cat wrong, it gives you a little hiss, but they don't
Right.
flee and they don't like come towards you. Um oh,
Oh,
actually, I've just learned a thing about them. They turn, they hiss, and they all float in the air a little bit. They have a little like jump scare response, and then they just like float
okay.
in
Weird.
the air, staring at
Definitely
you.
weird. Not deterred yet,
They aren't.
but
Nope. They aren't. Yeah, they aren't like coming
Mhm.
for you yet. You do have your friends with animals. I'm gonna say this is probably. You can tell me. Do you want to do this via dexterity, or do you want to like smooth talk them into getting into your hand?
this is not a. I don't feel like this is a lips thing. Like this is a like vibes kind of thing. So probably dexterity.
We can. Sure. You can roll a
Okay.
hands. Roll a
Okay.
hands. And then add one to your hands for
Okay.
your special ability.
Okay. I rolled a
Alrighty.
7. My hands is 14, so total 15. So
Jesus Christ. Well, you successfully grab a
okay.
frog.
Okay.
You grab a frog. The frogs are weirdly calm. It like kind of like does a little
Right.
this as you pick it up, but it's still
Yeah. Making
there. Like it's like
making
I don't
what
like
I
this.
hope are
But like,
soothing frog noises. I like try and scooch
does
it.
anybody have an example of what a soothing frog noise is?
Yes.
I knew Ivory would do it. I knew that if I asked, Ivory would do it.
He's picking it up while the two of us are behind, just making
Mm.
soothing noises.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Because we're both
helping. So
communicators. There you
Yes,
helpful.
go.
totally. It's teamwork.
Soothing frog noises
It is.
very unsoothing to humans.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have a little frog in your hand. It kind of momentarily turns away from the dripping water and starts to just like stick its tongue to your hand
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit, kind of like it's testing.
Yeah. And what happens when I like bring it close to the water, if
Uh
anything?
the other frogs
Mm.
get very mad.
Ooh,
Mm.
jealousy.
It's very happy. It just like starts lapping up. It kind of like in a potentially grotesque display like throws its tongue out and then like laps around the eye. Why? This is great. Yeah. Uh
I can, yeah.
I refuse to display any time on that.
Ah, ah,
Yeah, that. But a
yeah.
frog and a skeleton eye in a weird cavern.
Uh,
Um yeah, it kind of licks away. The other ones are very mad and they all kind of float over to
mhm.
you and start kind of what are you wearing?
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
This
but
boots,
is not a
remember?
yeah,
leading
like
question. What
epically huge boots. Probably like pretty simple lace up leather pants, like fur vest. Like just like there's gonna be some kind of a like I've probably have like a linen shirt at this point because I've been in town for a while, but like eh. It's definitely very like
standard
half-assedly on and for sure not like cinched closed. So yeah, just like pretty cash woodsman business.
so they all kind of float over towards you and a couple of them go for like your wrist and are like trying to like pull like move your arm so that you like remove the other frog from the eyeball. And a couple of them start to like find an open spot in your shirt and are kind of like licking a little bit where they can find like open flesh.
Oh, okay. I'll be like, hang on, little buddies, and like trying to hold up frog, like scoop up the other ones. I don't mean to show frog
trying to make a pile of
favoritism here. It
frogs.
was just like the closest frog.
Yeah. The second you put... Yeah. You lift one frog up, and that frog...
Like this is frog 2, right? Yeah.
Frog
Okay.
2. You didn't see them before, but frog 2 just like opens its mouth uncomfortably, like National Geographic styles wide.
Oh, yeah.
And eats frog number 1 and then starts licking the eyeball.
That's upsetting.
Wow.
Okay.
You just lift frog number 1 up, and it's just this like, yeah, all right, and then starts licking the eyeball.
Oh dear.
no.
I mean,
So
like
that was
that
disturbing.
was distressing, but like
If the frogs like the eye that much, maybe the demon will like the taste of the eye.
ooh, good call. Could you like you want to
I was
collect?
thinking maybe we should taste
We'll just
the
collect
eye.
it. Oh yeah, sure, lick it if you want, but you want to collect a bit of this?
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally.
Yeah.
Get some,
Right.
season our dish with some eye water, or the eye itself, you know?
Yeah, do you want to try and get the
Smart.
eye out? Do you
Oh,
want
is there an actual eyeball in there still? I assumed it was like a socket that was dripping.
Yeah, I thought it was a socket too.
Oh, I totally
There's
thought
like,
it was
it's not like an eyeball, it's like a little, like, it's like, I mean, I guess it's kind of like an eyeball. It's like a little orb.
An orb.
A little like glowy orb. You know.
Yeah, I'd like to taste it.
Are you going to lick the eyeball?
No, I'm going to put my finger in it and then.
It tastes a lot. It tastes like it comes directly from a spring that you've only ever visited in the middle of the night.
Ooh.
That's a very
Extremely
specific taste.
specific.
Is it good? Is it
Yeah,
good?
yeah.
You like it? Is it good?
It is really good, guys. And like
Great.
maybe if we're already giving him wine, like this would be like a nice like aperitif.
Totally. And I feel
after the
like
wine.
Great,
we're
let's take
gonna
the
like
orb.
use this for cooking, maybe even more than drinking. Like so, yeah. Like
Yeah.
So if you can
Yeah.
collect,
Oh,
Let's take the orb.
totally, yeah. So if you want to collect some of this, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I want to take the
I'm
orb.
gonna try and like gently get the frog off my like. I'm not disturbed by the circle of life necessarily, but like I realize perhaps I have disrupted.
Froggy
Yeah, it's a
frog
froggy
world.
frog world, so I'm gonna kind of like scooch him off like as much as I can. Just, like definitely still like here you go, little guy, but like I don't maybe want to hold you anymore.
You like scooch him off your hand and then remember that these frogs can float, so it's just hanging out like in front of your hand.
That's cool. That seems like it's resolved itself as far as I'm concerned.
As long as I have free hand. How you're trying to collect the water?
Yeah.
No, trying to collect the orb itself. Like, let's go.
Oh,
You know,
all right, yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
I
why
assumed we
just
were
take a
taking
little
some
bit of
water,
water
but yeah,
when I
let's
can take the
Okay.
source. Yeah.
I just thought we were taking water too. All right.
No,
Orb.
let's go in there.
How do you want to remove the orb?
Well, I figure that I always have some cleaning cloths in my pockets because you never know when you need to wipe down a table.
True.
So I'm just going to grab one of those. Like, how can I get up there? Is it too? How tall is the eye? I'm a pretty solid
like,
build.
Yeah, I mean the skeleton is the skeleton's kind of reinforced in that way that they like reinforce museum, right? Like the way like
Perfect.
put metal bars.
So I can like
sure
stand on a kneecap or something to get at the eye.
Yeah,
Perfect.
You can climb up the skeleton body to the eye, and it's probably like a little bit bigger than a baseball.
Okay. Go. I'm good at cleaning up gross things, so I feel like I can get right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you get in there and you manage to pull out the eye and you realize that like it's just sweating. Like the liquid is just like as if it
Huh.
is there's, cold liquid inside and it's warm outside, like it's just condensating
right.
and then pooling
Condensation.
and then dripping out.
Cool.
The frogs are very upset with you.
Yeah,
Oh no.
it happens.
And all float are like do a little turn towards you and start like aggressive floating. aggressive frog float in your general
Aggressive
direction.
floating.
Okay, well, I'm going to quickly tie up my little cloth and get down from the skeleton. And we should go to another room. I think
They
now.
just look like
Yep.
little frog
Yeah.
bullets.
Mhm.
They are following you out of it. They are not like bound to this room. Like you.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool. We can maybe cook them too.
Frog legs, yeah. Yeah, let's
True, frog legs.
yeah, let's see how
Yeah.
this goes.
All right.
Add a little
Yep.
lift to the dish. I like it.
Every once in a while, one of them catches up to you, and like you can see them do the same, like National Geographic kind of unhinged. Like I'm envisioning, I don't know if you've ever watched like a dog, like a canine-ish beast, like unhinge its jaw to like try and eat a flesh or whatever. They kind of do that, but frog. And like
It's like a dragonfly
latch
jaw.
onto a part of you that is like open flesh, but they don't have any teeth, so they're just like, and they can't really get
Just kind of gumming it.
around. Yeah. They kind of have like a suckerfish vibe,
Right.
like a little
Mhm.
like tadpole kind of
That's
vibe.
I'm
Yeah,
used to
that
navigating
seems-
crowds. I
that
mean, this
seems
is a bit of
fine.
a different crowd, but it's fine. Yeah.
There's only 9 of them left now because one of them
Right.
ate one of the other ones.
Right. Keep an eye on that one. That'll be the juiciest one.
Ooh,
It's already
that's good.
stuffed.
One of them is a little bigger. Every once in a while, it burps.
Nice.
It burps, and you hear like a residual ribbit. Where do you want to go next?
Want to do 4?
We're
Yeah.
in 10.
4, 12, 9, 8,
Yep.
wherever you want to go. You can
Well,
hear
how many turns have we taken now? I'm worried. We only got 20 turns and we haven't even started cooking,
Cooking
guys.
doesn't count.
You can
Cooking
hear
doesn't count.
from like you don't really know. Cooking doesn't count. You can hear and you
Okay.
don't really know where it comes from, but like you recognize the voice of Bakto just like in the air, being like, "It's already been 4 turns, and that's all you found. Some sad frogs." You have 16 turns left.
Okay, let's go to 11. And then 12. Hustle.
I don't know what.
Where is 11? I didn't
Top
even
corner.
see it on here.
Above 10.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
that was
that
the
looked
4.
like a 4 to me.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did too. Okay, yeah, 11.
Yeah.
I also thought it was a 4.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's
Yeah,
fair.
I see.
It's an 11 for
Okay.
sure.
Yep.
11. You've entered the aquarium.
Ooh.
Seafood.
It's a much smaller room. It's only like 30 feet by 30 feet. And there is a big plastic pirate ship in the middle of the room.
Great.
It's not, it looks
They
like,
had plastic in the Middle Ages.
yep, it's fine.
Demons can do
It's
anything.
alternate
Yeah, it's
history,
fine.
whatever. Medieval is a flavor here, not a historical era. Yeah, there's kind of it looks like there once was a very, like there still is, but once was a very big aquarium in the middle of the room, but the one side of it has been totally smashed, and so the floor is like a little bit damp and the water's kind of come out, and there's like a little bit of water still, like a shallow water in it. But at one point it probably stood like 10 feet of like this, like a very big tank in the middle of this room. You can see ripples in the water, but you can't see anything causing them. But like there's like a little bit of a shake every once in a while, and like there's some broken glass that jingles, and there's a very big plastic pirate ship.
On to room 12.
I mean, I'm gonna, I agree with kind of potentially moving
Yeah.
on, but as we do, can I kind of take my blanket and kind of sweep to where some of those ripples are and just see if I catch anything?
Ooh.
I'm going fishing.
I mean, it's very shallow water.
Yeah.
You do that, and it just like flips a bunch of water up into the air. But as you get closer to like where this tank is and where the plastic pirate ship is, you can see. You get a different angle, and on the inside of this big pirate ship, and like by big I mean like it's big for plastic, it's not big for a ship. It's big as a model, not big as a pirate ship. It's a small pirate ship, big model. um
Got it.
Small pirate ship,
It's very
big
small
model.
for
Sounds
big,
like an
but
album
very
title.
big for small.
Got it. Yeah.
Got it.
It's very small if you were thinking of like taking it around the seas. It's very big if you wanted to put it in a bottle and carry it in
Right.
your pocket.
Fair.
It you can see from one side just like this small, not small, but like the tip of what looks like a lobster or crab claw
Ooh.
is kind of poking out from one side, and then it disappears behind the back of the ship, and there's like some more water ripples that come out from
Yo,
that side
let's
of
get
it.
a lobster.
All right, let's do it.
That's or
Yeah.
crabbo, quite frankly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very large. I assume you're like going to the
Yeah.
other side of said pirate ship. You hunt around and you get an angle where like you can see like a cutout, like a hole in the side of the pirate ship, and it is yeah, you can see its little crab face. Its weird little googly crab eyes, and it's one big crab claw, and it's kind of like tucked into the back of this pirate ship. When you move around and you see that hole, there's also like a lot of shiny shit in there with it,
Like gold?
like gold.
Ooh.
Because
Like
I'm
weird little
shiny.
coins and little jewels. Just a lot of stuff is shiny.
Sweet.
But it kind of is like sitting on top of all the shiny
Right.
shit in the middle of the.
Okay.
Well, shiny stuff doesn't last.
Also,
we
we're
got
gonna get
cook.
reward. Also, we've been promised
Yeah.
rewards, so like not super a concern
Yeah.
at this stage.
That's so profound from a.
It's people that are important.
Friendship.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah,
find
it's
a
time
pig,
to
guys.
get this crab. Could your blanket question mark whatever it is like is it big enough to encircle the crab?
I mean, it's big enough to encircle me comfortably.
Right, yeah,
How
I don't
big
know
is
how
this
big
crab?
this
Is the
crab
crab
is.
bigger than me?
It's a big crab, but like it's probably like mastiff sized.
Okay. That's a
Oh,
big ass crab.
okay.
All right.
But it's not bigger than a person. So like the answer to the would it fit in the blanket question is yes.
Yes. Cool.
But it's a big
It's a big
fucking
fucking
crab.
crab. I mean, what is a high fantasy without killing a big ass crab when you're like level 3? So let's shall we get this crab?
Yeah.
Let's get this crab.
Yeah, totally. Maybe push one of the floating frogs towards it and see what happens.
Ooh. Use this as bait.
There we go.
You guys sacrifice a lot of living creatures for stuff.
It's the circle of life. It's a crab eat
I was
frog
gonna
world.
say, isn't that what life's about?
It is not the circle of life if you throw something into another something's mouth. That is not what that phrase means.
I feel like you're overthinking this.
Great. So you are trying to throw a little. The frog floats a little bit and then is not so pleased with the idea of a mastiff-sized crab, and just kind of floats a little higher
Right.
and then goes over the other end of the ship. The crab kind of like looks at it and looks at you, like it kind of like does a little. Its eyes split. I don't know if crabs can do that. In my mind, they can because they have weird eyes. But its eyes split, and one kind of follows it go, and one kind of stays on you. and it kind of looks like a little intrigued. Like it has a moment of like, oh, maybe I'll have frog for dinner. Maybe that's the thing I'll do. But it kind of like settles back down into its little.
Let's
Bulk, you
womp
feel
it.
like wrestling a crab?
Yep. Bulk, you're up.
I do. Let's womp that crab, roll it up in your blanket, and go and find a boar.
Crab in a blanket.
Crab
Sounds
in a
like a good
blanket.
recipe to me.
Yeah, crab in a blanket.
When you don't got hot dog.
Exactly.
Also,
crab in a
crab
blanket.
Okay.
cakes. Who doesn't love a crab cake? Literally nobody.
Mm-hmm. So far, we got crab cakes with a side of frog's legs
And a sweaty ball.
and a sweaty ball.
And some good wine. We got some wine.
And some good
And
wine
some
to
good
wash
wine,
it all
yeah.
down.
Crab cake. Okay.
So you're gonna womp the crab. You want to wrestle the crab. If you're gonna
Womp the crab. Let's go.
if you're gonna wrestle the crab, that is
Yep.
going to be a thighs roll.
Yeah.
Are you trying to
which
kill
is
the
what-
crab?
Yeah.
Okay. I just
Well,
want to hear about your intention.
Do I want to kill it? Do we want to drag dead crab through here? Well, I guess we don't want to.
Probably
have
easier
it
than
fight.
crab.
Yeah, we don't want to grab
Dragging
the
live
live crab.
Live,
Yeah.
mastiff sized crab. Because actually, guys, I have a bullwhip, so I could just make a crab leash and we could keep going.
Okay. Well, we're on a time schedule, so
Whatever
whatever
you
you're gonna
think,
do,
whatever
do it
you think
now.
is most like efficient use of your time, I'm here for it.
Yes.
Wrestle it.
Wrestle
All right.
it. Let's
Nice.
womp that crab and we'll move on. What am I rolling? What dice?
You roll a d20 and you want to get under your thighs.
D20, and my thighs are 14. Ooh, I want to get into my thighs.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. D20.
D generator.
Woo!
9.
Nice.
Nice.
You managed to successfully. Do you just dive in there? Do you just like dive? This is how I envision it.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I want to womp a crab, and you guys are kind of like, oh, should we like talk about the crab? Should we like make it a crab pet or whatever? And then you just like dive into the pirate ship, and we just see a bunch of clouds and thumping. Like a bunch of like water and like sand clouds come out and they're
Right.
stomping, and at one point like a crab arm like comes out one side of the pirate ship hole, and at one point like a foot comes out the other side, and it just like continues to womp. And then after like a couple minutes, just emerges Bulk, dragging probably by its large claw
Mhm.
the big crab. There's like a couple
Right.
like scrapes and like crab marks. You have like some sand on you. You have a dead giant crab. There's a lot of shinies in there. What you do with those shinies is also up to you.
Stuff our pockets and keep moving, boys.
You have
Sure.
some shinies.
Cool.
One of which
I have
is a
lots
red
of pockets.
soapstone.
One of it, which is a what?
A red soapstone.
Oh, okay.
It glows in the dark and can be used as chalk.
Okay. All right. Good. That's helpful.
We can
Are
write
you
a menu.
going to room number 12? Or are you going back to room number 10 to get through to somewhere else?
12.
12.
12. We've come this far.
Room number 12. The Big Chicken Coop.
Nice.
Great. A myriad of huge broken shells are scattered around a castle-sized sleeping chicken. There
Like
are
the clay went. No sound. Don't wake that chicken.
there are 7 porcini goblins hanging from various parts of it. You heard me.
What?
Mushroom goblins.
Oh, yeah.
The chicken, but like a few mushrooms could add some nice earthiness to a dish.
True.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in the possibility of egg, both for obvious egg reasons, also potential custard applications, also potential. You can do really interesting things with shells to create that kind of sulfurous quality. Like if you cook, like if you roast something over eggshells, it kind of like imparts a bit of that like brimstone thing. So
Awesome.
I
Let's grab
vote
some
we
eggshells.
get egg. Yeah. Yeah, even if even just shells, honestly, like having an egg would rule, but like
Yeah, because there's lots of shells
yeah.
around, so let's grab some
Shells.
shells.
That's so
And,
much
agreed.
information.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Splint didn't come here to play. Splint came to slay.
Yeah.
I'm good at foraging, man.
Let's
I
go.
got extreme foraging skills.
There
So
are
somebody needs to grab one of those goblins, wring its neck, and then the rest of them should fill your blanket with a bunch of shells.
Okay, I'll take
Yeah.
care of shells. Someone else gets goblin.
Wring that goblin neck.
Clay is
I
like
don't want to kill
absolutely
the
not.
goblin.
All right. Go for it, Splint.
No way! I don't want to kill a goblin.
Oh,
What
I
did
thought you
I
said
ever
you
do?
wanted to.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna wrestle that goblin.
Okay.
I love that you're like, whatever, I don't care. I will just
Let's go.
am our wrestling murderer. Yeah, the goblins are on the chicken, so let me know how you want to make that happen.
Well, I also know how to hypnotize chickens, so if it wakes up, we're good, guys.
Well, you're gonna have to hang on. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I was a farmhand before I was a wrestler, right? And when you're dealing with the chickens, and
Hypnosis is really the question that I have less than the comfort around birds.
if you lay a chicken down and you draw a line in front of its eyes, it'll fall asleep. Well, it actually just stays still
Witchcraft.
until if you dust that line away in the sand, it'll wake back up again. Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. So you put their head down on the ground, and then you literally draw a line out from its beak into the sand in front of it or the dirt or whatever. It's just following your finger, really. And yeah, you do it. Sometimes some chickens take a couple times. Most chickens, by the time you get all the way out from their nose, they're out.
Holy shit! This seems to be real.
Yes.
Ivory
Yeah.
does have
My
chickens.
God.
I do believe
I
this is the
also-
truth. Ivory is a
There-
I
little
also
there's-
know, I also know
there's
how to
a-
hypnotize lobsters, but I wrestled the crab because it wasn't a lobster, or I would have hypnotized it too.
Right. No, that's totally no. There's for sure chicken hypnotism. Ha.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're just
All right.
you're just gonna wake the sleeping chicken
I don't
by
think
climbing
that's
on
good.
it.
I don't think that's
Well, it's not that I'm going to wake it. I'm just going to snatch a goblin and spin once to wring its neck, the same way that you kill a chicken.
Sure. Yeah, great. Yeah, roll
Yeah.
me a thing. Roll me something.
What am I-
Tell me how that works. I mean, this also feels probably like it still dies because you're trying to do a harm. You're trying to do a physical feat of some variety. So thighs it up.
All right. 8.
Well, fuck me. I guess you bring a goblin or whatever.
All right. So we got ourselves a mushroom goblin for seasoning.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got some eggshells.
You got some eggshells. Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Tiptoe back out.
Great.
Over the internal magical PA system,
Oh shit.
you hear a sad voice be like, I didn't realize you guys were such murderers. 12 rounds left.
Wow.
Aw. Well, how else are we supposed to cook for you? You were surrounded with meat. We figured you weren't a vegan.
Okay.
All right.
12 rounds.
Where do you want to go? You got to backtrack in some way, shape, or form. So you could go off
9.
to 13, 9, 8.
9's far. I don't know.
I
what
kind
we
of
have
like the
time.
idea of going to 13. And
Okay,
then maybe
all right.
back down to back down from there.
Yeah, 13 sounds good.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. So we have a corridor. You go back through the frog place, but there's no frogs because
They're all floating behind
they're all
us.
floating behind you. There's just you're being followed by a weird little frog floating frog caravan. You do, however, you get into this second corridor. You're almost at room 13. And on the path in front of you, on the ground, not moving, you see a few more of those similar skeletons that you saw in the wine cellar. Kind of same reddish, brownish bones
Oh yeah.
hanging out in some armor.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That wasn't a problem before, so I'm gonna continue to assume it's not gonna be a problem till it is.
Not a problem now.
The second, what order are we walking in?
I think it's a Clay first.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go second.
Yeah, once
And
Clay,
I'm bringing up the rear because I'm dragging a massive size crab.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean you
you're
got
on
something to
on
carry.
crab duty.
The second Clay gets past the first one, you see them rustle. They all pop up and are now surrounding Clay. And they have little scythes. I mean, they're not like
Little
comically
sides? Oh,
sides.
sides.
They're not comically small. I realize I
Sides.
said that in a way that made it sound like that. I have a toy size.
Yeah.
So small.
Little sides.
Question is, do size matter?
Yeah.
Ha ha ha!
Ooh.
Hey!
They're
That was great.
hair cutting sides, not grass cutting sides.
Right. Cool.
Right.
And they brandish them menacingly in the direction of Clay. What do you want to do?
I want to spin around real fast with my blanket full of eggshells and knock the sides out of their hands. Just a whoa!
Just like a sock full of quarters. Just
Exactly.
like blammo.
Yep.
A sock full of quarters is one thing that is kind of threatening. A blanket full of eggshells.
I figured that like the size will like catch in the blanket. Like this will work.
True.
This will
Yeah.
totally work.
I guess this is still thighs. Could be hands, but probably thighs.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Thighs.
And you get an extra one for your blanket.
Nice. Do I get an extra one for like my navigate crowds too?
No.
No,
Doing
it's a crowd of
moving yourself
skeletons.
through this crowd.
Okay. So I'm rolling under 13. Here we go. I rolled a 14, so I'm in my whoa.
This is fun.
Woo!
This is my favorite area of things to have happen. So as a note, the way this mechanic works is that everything in this game, you're trying to roll under your stat, but every stat has a score that if you are over but within it, you still succeed, but you have a complication, which is what has just happened. So you do, in fact, manage somehow, I don't know how, to like whip around this blanket, and you have a bunch of sides stuck in a blanket.
Nice.
But in doing so, you... I think probably what happens is that like trying to keep four sides in a blanket and not hitting you is actually like some acrobatics. There's like that's a very difficult maneuver. And so it's just like you just get a little slice, just a small slice from one of them as it's flinging around. I only rolled a 1. You only take one out of your heart.
Okay. Oh no.
All damage does d6, so I rolled a d6, and then I rolled a shitty fucking 1. So I don't...
Okay.
So you have a like a paper cut.
Yes. Yeah. You got. It doesn't even. It wasn't even the size. You somehow managed to cut yourself with the blanket or like an eggshell. Or
Right. Yeah.
It's one of the eggshells.
Yeah,
That's how
the
fast
totally the
they're going.
eggshells. Yeah. Which I think
One
an
piece of
eggshell cut
eggshell
would
got stuck
totally be
under a
more
nail.
painful
It's not
than a
even
paper
bleeding.
cut.
It's just a
True.
minor ouch.
It's like ah.
Yeah. Okay, I got the sides. We're good. Let's keep going.
Yep.
They are still around you and still mad though, because you just took their scythes. Splint, it smells a lot like cinnamon in here. You seem to be the one concerned with how things smell, so I'm giving you this information.
No,
This
that's
section of
that's
Hawaii
that's good.
smells a lot
Smell.
like cinnamon.
That's
They
good.
kind of they don't reassemble, but they like configure themselves and kind of start just like closing in on you. Only Clay.
What happens if I kick one like really hard?
Would you like to find out what happens if you kick
I
one
would
right
like
now?
to have.
Would you like to kick
I
one
would
right now?
actually. Yeah, I do. I do want to find out. What is that? I assume a Lego.
Yes, still your thigh. You guys are all thighs. Just
All thighs.
exclusively
Ain't
thighs.
that the truth?
All right. Sorry, just waiting for my character sheet to return. There
You
we
are
are.
looking for under a 13.
I am. I rolled an 11.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you
So-
kick one, and
Yeah.
where you hit it, where do you hit it? Where are you aiming to kick it? What bone were
Probably
you
in
going
the
for?
tibia.
Pelvis.
I'm going like right up the middle front kick.
Oh, so rude. Such a rude kick. Yeah, you. I don't know how it stays together, but you know, like all animated skeletons are magical, so whatever.
Right.
You shatter its pelvic bone,
Sweet.
and it kind of like it like disintegrates a little bit into like a little dusty powder.
Ooh, get some of that.
Ooh.
And and its top half falls to the ground, but like the two legs are still standing there, and then its top half is still together, but there's nothing that connects them, so the top half just kind of sloop down to
Right.
the ground in
Huh.
a little puffy powder of dust.
Does the dust smell like cinnamon?
Yes.
So you say dust, we say seasoning.
Absolutely. I'm going to try and get me one or both of these legs.
Yeah. You could pick up a leg
Great.
at the thigh bone. It's just like
Yeah.
every once in a while it tries to like
Right. It's
kick at something in the air. Just like a wiggly.
right. I was, yeah, that's fine. Cool.
Every
Sick.
once in a while
Well,
you're
this
like
seems
holding
like
it and you have to
this
like
seems like an extremely solvable problem. And kicking our way out seems like a strategy that will work. So
We'll kick our way out.
yeah.
yeah, you're not like smart enough to really understand anatomy, but if you hold it the other way, it can only bend in one direction, so like it
Right.
only
Yeah.
bends outwards. So you can just stand there and have a little kicking stick, you
Yeah.
know.
A little kicky stick.
A little kicking
Yeah.
stick. There are 3 other skeletons. They're coming for you, Clay, whether you
Okay, well, I think it's time to get serious. I would now like to take my ball of scythes and eggshells. That sounds pretty deadly. I'm going to swing like right into the rib cage of one of those because I know it looks like great seasoning, so we should get some more. So we're just right in there.
Sure, great. Yeah, give me a roll.
Perfect. And if I can get it in the rib cage and then kind of swirl it around a bit in there, like really, really mess it up, that would be great. So
Do you want the blanket to be like covered in dust?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want like a nice seasoning coating on it.
Well, I got this leg, so we can make enough. We have
I
a
rolled a
leg amount of
6.
seasoning. Oh yeah.
I
Oh, nice.
succeeded fantastically.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
you actually just like you kind of just pulverize its whole thing from the inside out. Like you just do this little it looks you've made a blender effectively with your blanket by twisting it,
Oh,
right? It has a
true.
bunch of blades on it. You've kind of just made a little blender.
Nice. This is the best blanket ever.
Yeah. It just goes through one of these skeletons with like less resistance than you would anticipate.
Fair.
I take my bullwhip and I aim at the next skeleton, and I whip it around the rib cage and just pull it and fling it behind me, like a whack whack, and so that the whole guy just kind of house of cards because I just pulled out the rib cage and it's gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like just for fun and flavor, maybe this is a hands.
Oh, shit! Is that a D20 as well?
Yeah.
Oh my god! And I have to get it under 7.
Great news.
Do I have anything that I can plus in there?
Well, you do get a +1 for using your whip.
Oh, good, great. So got to get it under
Ooh.
8.
Nice.
Oh, fuck. 10.
10 is still in your window of error.
Oh.
Yay! All right.
So it's not a complete failure.
Okay.
Yeah, you throw that whip around and like you're in a small corridor. Those whips are a little tricky. It's hard to like crack a whip when you don't have a lot of space.
Uh-huh.
I feel solidly like everybody in this conversation is uniquely positioned to accurately assess how one would crack a whip for like a variety of other different potentially nerdy and or not nerdy reasons. That's the guess. The guess for anybody who would watch this is which ones like for nerdy reasons and which ones for non-nerdy reasons. It's fine. But you do manage to grab the rib cage, but on the way back, you just didn't get it right. And it just cracks you in the face. Like you just pull it backwards and you don't manage to like get it over your shoulder.
Ow.
It
No.
goes right back into your face.
Oh, shit.
Hitting you for 3 points of very delicious heart damage.
Delicious.
And then just the rib cage just like puffs into your face, like it hits you and then shatters. Then all of a sudden there's like almost like we threw
flour or baby powder?
the the like colored powder that
Yes.
I only
Yes.
associate
Yes.
with using for photo shoots, but
For
kind of
Diwali,
like,
yeah.
just right in the face. It's very pretty, and now your face has a little like coating on it, and
Lord.
and it smells a lot like cinnamon, and you got enough of it in your mouth that you feel very thirsty. Extremely
God.
thirsty. It's getting very dry in there.
Give me that orb.
Suck
Do
on
you
this a
lick
little.
the orb?
Yes. I
Of
lick
an
the orb.
in there. It makes a very refreshing drink. It's a nice little
Oh, all right.
there's a nice little combination happening of some. I can't think that cinnamon water is a thing that I've ever had, but I feel like the tartness of like cinnamon plus like some nice clean water, it's probably refreshing. I don't know.
Yep.
Uh
I everlasting gobstopper the orb into my mouth.
Yeah. Extremely
do
good.
kids still have those? Are they still
Yes.
allowed? Were they like
Yeah,
banned?
my niece just got one for her birthday last week.
In my mind,
How
they
many
were something that
molars
got
have been
banned with
cracked?
like
Right?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
this one was like this. She got one of these ones. She's like, "This is great. It's gonna last me a year."
they get so gross.
Gross.
Yes,
They get
so gross. It's
gross.
the best.
No.
Yeah, I would assume they would have been banned with like wooden playgrounds or something, right? Like when the end of the wooden playground era existed. Great. The other skeleton kind of seeing everything just disintegrate. It just thinks better of its life choices and just like sits back down and lays on the floor.
Nice. I
Great.
give it a thumbs up and
Problem
walk on
solved.
by.
Yeah.
It
Awesome.
returns to play dead mode. It's like
Great.
You have a good night now, you hear?
It's like that one henchman that opens the door and Batman's in the room and just like closes the door and pretended they saw nothing. Like, I don't get paid enough for this. I've decided this is above my pay grade.
I used to play Divinity Original Sin with a bunch of friends, and one of the powers, this is a video game that's like very D&D-y, but one of the powers that one of the characters, the thief character has is play dead. So in the middle of combat, your friends can all be dying and you can just be like, play dead, and then nobody will attack you for the round.
Oh my god.
It was great. I used to do it all
That's
the time. I'd be
amazing.
like, goodbye. Fun. Yeah, you move on. You have cleared this little bit of hallway.
Right.
You have acquired
Oh
some
my god, I forgot
food.
that was a hallway. We're not even in the room yet.
No, but it's good. We got
guys.
seasoning. Seasoning's important.
No, season.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We got dessert possibilities here. We can make mulled wine now.
Oh.
Imagine mulled
That does
like
taste like old-timey
beautiful,
demon.
right, with like a little toe bone sticking out of it for like a garnish.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
That's really pretty.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe a frog leg.
So
Yep.
festive.
Yeah. 13, eh?
Yes.
Great.
Mhm. Lucky number 13.
Lucky 13.
Come
There,
on, boar.
this room opens up and it is like a lush, like forest garden. Um, has like
Sounds good.
yeah, it has like strong secret garden vibes, right? Like it just
Yeah,
like it's
yeah. Okay. Okay.
overgrown, but still kind of kept. And you can see quite a lot of small mobile vegetables. Like they're moving around. They have little caps on them. Some of them are riding rabbits. At one point, you can see two of them, and it's like a broccoli and an asparagus, and they're on top of they're on top of different rabbits, and they're just like holding tiny sticks. And then one of them yells "charge," and they both like lance toward each other,
Incredible.
doing a little
This is
joust.
adorable.
There is up on a hill in the middle of the room. There is a kind of prickly.
I was hoping for porkly.
Right?
Porkly.
Porkly. That's what we want.
That's what we want. Broccoli.
There is a prickly, fruity looking thing, kind of on a little pedestal, and riding around it is a potato in like full plate mail on a tiny rabbit.
Oh, that would bake so nicely.
Yo, well,
It's
that
already
seems good.
wrapped up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a foiled potato right there, guys.
Yep, let's go. Oh, foil potato. Yeah. I was thinking the fruit, but like, let's go for both,
we want
quite
the fruit
frankly.
too. But yeah, the potato in the armor is going to bake beautifully.
Baked potato. Let's go. Yep.
Yeah.
Such a really nice like presentation piece.
Yes,
it is.
I'm very excited to clip you just being like, "Oh, foil potato!" Just the moment of foil.
I'm not smart. That's the whole thing. I just these wonderful moments of getting my little himbo mind blown. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like everything's new.
Yeah, you like approach, and everybody who every tiny little vegetable that you pass kind of nods and like says good day and like lets you, doesn't seem to need to stop you in any way, shape, or form. All of them kind of seem like they are in training in some way, shape, or form. Like either they're doing this like cute little joust over here, or some of them are doing some like fake sword fighting over here with little sticks or whatever.
Incredible.
And they don't seem interested in stopping you. But they're all like good day, and they're kind of like watching you a little suspiciously. But they're still nice.
That's cool.
Are all the vegetables alive in there? There's none that are inert?
There is vegetation that is inert, but not full vegetables.
I mean, we could use some greens too. Like if there's some good greens while you're foraging here, that'll look nice.
Yeah, okay. That's actually while this potato drama is shaking out, I'm actually I would like to examine the like greenery, the non-animate greenery, to see what like cool things I can forage in here.
Yeah.
As I have a foraging skill.
Like some nice arugula, maybe,
okay.
you know.
Yeah, like maybe I can find like some dandelion greens for a salad or
some wild
shit.
garlic,
some berries. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm hoping for. We need wild garlic and wild onions. You got to look for that.
Yeah.
The garlic is alive for sure. Little garlic bobbling about, riding a rabbit.
Yeah.
For sure happening.
Yeah.
Little garlic bulb with some legs. So you for sure can find garlic, but it is
alive.
Currently doing fighting drills.
Yeah, but that's like garlic, not like
drill.
wild garlic. That's like the little green leafy
like the
plant.
little the like grass looking thing.
Yeah, that's what we want.
It's still a vegetable, isn't it? It's an herb? I don't know where herbs land on this.
I think it would count as a herb, but I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah, I think it's probably an herb.
It's like dill.
Which is very common.
Some of those. Some
sure.
fragrant.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna forage some aromatics.
Yeah, you can forage some aromatics relatively easily.
Great.
Cool. Who's approaching the potato knife?
What is the berry situation? Also, any berries? Yes, no, or are those alive?
There are no berries.
Okay. All right. Cool. Aromatics it
Only,
is.
only vegetables.
All right. Well, Bulk, I think the potato's yours. I'll go for the thing on the pedestal.
Okay. All right.
You were really
I
excited about the
just
potato. I don't want to get in the way
I
of that. That
was.
was
Yeah.
beautiful.
I was. I just whoop and scoop the potato.
The potato sees you coming
Whoop.
up the hill
Yeah.
and is very small comparatively. Is a normal potato sized.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like in a full suit of armor riding a rabbit.
Yeah.
It sees you coming up the hill and says, "A challenger, potentially a worthy foe," and like prepares itself, like perks up a little bit, grabs its little like metal
Incredible.
lance that it has on its on its. Where do people put a lance when they're on it? Is it like strapped to the horse? Is that where the lance lives?
No, your
It's
saddle
upwards,
has
right?
a little
Yeah. It
your
like
saddle has a
rests.
little
Yeah.
cup holder that holds
Yeah.
on to the bottom of it and
Yeah.
you
Base. Yeah.
support it. Yeah.
It
But you like
picks its
control
lance
the. Yeah.
up
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
that and then points it at you
It tilts.
and like
Yes.
kind of like scoots back and forth on the bunny, like waiting for you to like obviously take your position on the other side of this charge. It would be unchivalrous for it to charge you without
Right.
warning. This is the
Oh,
this is a
okay.
gentleman's
Yeah.
battle, in case you hadn't
Okay.
noticed.
Obviously.
Okay.
I mean, you could still try and scoop it. I'm not saying you.
I say, on guard, potato, and then as it charges at me, I just go hoots and scoop it.
Great.
It literally runs into my hand.
For sure, a hands. Give me a hands for this one.
Oh fuck, I'm so bad with hands. Okay, so it's under 8. We're rolling. 16.
Oh, that potato fucks you
Wonderful.
up.
Wonderful.
Shit.
You lose to the
You
potato.
do not respect the gentleman's word. You are not prepared for how well coordinated and fast and in sync. Like it is like the potato and the rabbit are mind melded. They like you think you know exactly where it's going with that, and it just like you put your hand down and then it has skewered your like left leg. Like you're not it's
Shit.
like that tiny lance
Oh,
just hits your
Wow.
leg and breaks apart.
yikes.
Shit.
And I mean it's like it's kind of like being hit with a pencil, I guess, but like it still hurts. And you will take 4 points of damage.
Wow.
No! Oh my god.
That is terrible. And while that's happening, can I grab the thing on the pedestal?
Yeah, for sure you can.
Perfect.
It wheels back around, right? Like it does this, it charges you, it wheels back around, and a bunch of vegetables have like started crawling up the hill to like form some stands. Like there's now a viewing platform happening, and they're all looking at only you two. And it turns back around, and it holds its hand out, and a little tiny vegetable in a funny little cap with like ears that's like strapped under it, like runs out with 2 swords. Full medieval time style.
It's Squire.
It's a squire.
Is it
and holds up the swords.
is it a Brussels sprout? Please say it's a Brussels sprout.
It for sure is a Brussels sprout. It has like
Excellent.
two little of its leaves curled
Nice.
outwards. They like look. They have fancy
Aw,
little. A fancy
way to
little
go,
twirl at the
Sprout.
top.
Little guy.
And it runs up and it has these 2 swords, and the potato knight turns down and looks at them both, and one of them kind of is bigger and has a nice curve, and one of them's like just very long, and it grabs the very long one that's not like toothpick sized, but like I don't know, it's probably still like half a pencil, very small, and it holds it out and is like, again.
Shit. I take off out of there.
You flee the potato. Incredible.
I don't want a fucking potato anymore anyways. Demons eat meat. Fuck it.
Okay.
Seeing the departure plan, I will also take on out of there.
Yeah, that sounds
Um,
like exiting.
It shouts some like, "What kind of person flees from a gentleman's fight?" And
That potato's mad at you.
The potato's mad at you, and it sounds, and it yells, "People of the Garden Kingdom, we've trained for this. Assemble!" And as you're running towards the
Shit.
door,
Run
all of the
faster!
training
Run faster!
vegetables move to block you from the
No.
exit.
Okay.
So we
You
just step
see-
over them?
I mean, yeah, you
Yeah, I
can.
guess so. I guess we can literally just go.
Yeah, they're all like asparagus size. I mean, like you could step over them, but you would be stepping, like you can trample them, I think is the option that you have, or you could try and leap.
Trample.
Mashed
Everybody
potatoes.
trample.
Oh yeah,
Mashed
100%.
potatoes. Trample.
Stomp,
Let's
stomp.
go.
Yeah.
It's stomping time, boys. I got stomping Tom
big
Connors up in
fucking
here.
shoes.
I am, you know what, as we're running towards them, I want to give them one chance. I do want to like try and convince them to move for a moment and just be like, I value your veggie lives. For the sake of your veggie lives, get out of the way or we cannot be held responsible for what's going to happen.
The ones, all of the I think probably it's broccoli at the front. All of the broccoli kind of infantry just assemble in the front, and they're all holding like little like flat pieces of like what look like lettuce. And they form themselves into like a shield wall of lettuce at the front lines.
Incredible.
Okay.
Everybody who is going to trample a vegetable, roll me a thighs roll and tell me what you get.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm really
So this
excited
is
for you guys to
D20,
maybe
right?
not make it through. Yes.
Yeah. I rolled an
Adam
8.
failed.
Excellent.
Can you
I-
see that 20 on there?
Oh, wonderful.
I got 10.
Yeah. I got
I
8 and my thighs are 13.
Failed spectacularly.
10 and my thighs are 14.
The two of you are like, they're still just vegetable. Like you run through and you don't even feel
Yeah,
resistance.
punt,
You're like,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
stepping on a
Yeah.
broccoli. This isn't
Right.
this isn't much. Two little Brussels sprouts that you haven't seen out of the side of your eye, like throw this piece of vinage in front of Clay, just Clay, as they just like hit the wall. And Clay, kind of like in every single like medieval fantasy movie you've ever seen when they like bring down an elephant or whatever, right? It's like
Oh,
no.
or whatever in Star Wars. It's like it
Oh,
just wraps
no.
and gets around one leg and just Clay goes down. And like takes out many vegetables in the
Yeah.
ending, but then
Thembo down. Thembo down.
before you can even realize it, you are just like covered. Like they are climbing, they are stabbing, they're poking with their little. So the two of you get to the door and turn around, and all of a sudden you can just like see like
Gulliver's Travels, basically,
Right,
but with
yeah, yeah.
vegetables.
You can see like an arm coming out of the vegetables and like a little bit of Clay's head.
Shit.
Clay,
God
you
damn
will
it.
take a whole 6. A whole
Ooh.
6. Which feels good.
Ooh.
Okay, this is serious. I would like to cast a spell
Yes.
kind of thing
Mm.
because this is exciting. And the spell that I would like to cast is Cuisinart. There's a lot of vegetables, and I have a blender-like blanket with scythes and eggshells. I
True.
want to cast Cuisinart on all of the vegetables around me.
Okay, great. Where is
I have no idea how this will actually work, but that's what I want to do.
Amazing.
it's fine. Okay, so here we go. Casting spells and himbos. You tell me what you want to do. Cast Cuisinart. We are
Yes.
going to assess the cost. So, does it affect more than one person? Yes. Does it affect more than 5? Also yes. Does the infect intend to do harm? Another yes. Cuisinart. You're trying to turn yourself into a blender. Does the effect involve a space larger than 5 feet? Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
because you take up 5 feetish, I assume, like your arm span.
Yeah.
Does it displace more than 20 pounds? Probably not. 20 pounds of vegetables is a lot. I don't
Right.
know
A
that it's
lot of
going to hit like
vegetables.
20
Yeah.
pounds of vegetables.
Yeah.
Does it involve healing? No. Are you calling or crafting an element that is not in the space already? Also no. So it is going to cost 4 heart,
Okay.
and you are going to roll versus your current heart to see if it goes off,
Okay.
which is 14, right? Are you at 14?
13. I'd already
Okay,
taken
so
1
roll
damage. Yeah.
under a 13.
9.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
I cast Cuisinart!
So pay your 4 heart. You success. It does exactly what you want it to do. So describe to us what happens in the middle of the field of the vegetable warriors.
Okay. Well, having been felled, and being covered by a tide of surprisingly painful vegetables, I realized that the only hope for survival in this moment is to become the ultimate food processor. And so I start swinging that blanket full of eggshells and scythes for all it's worth, a little bit of cinnamon dust going in the air because, it's covered with it. So got a little bit of the seasoning spinning in with this. It'll be very tasty, really. And every single one of those vegetables around me just gets hit by like scythe after scythe after scythe, like they are chopped into little itty bitty pieces, little vegetable screams going everywhere as they fall to the ground.
Little vegetable. You have made a wonderful chopped salad.
Oh yeah.
We
We gather.
we just sort of tiptoe back in and gather that up. Good work, Clay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling a little rough, but that should be good, right?
That was close.
The potato knight sees this and stands as you grab a bunch in your blanket and you book it back out the door, not wanting to probably confront the second wave because there is a never-ending wave of vegetable
No,
warriors happening.
We're so out of there.
And the potato knight just yells "Curse you! You've made an enemy for life."
Incredible.
It's
Once
not
again,
a
truly,
tuber.
that will not be a problem again.
Yeah, we're good.
Potato knight will return.
The return of the potato knight.
It's
Season
twice
2.
big.
Yes.
You are back out of room 13. Now, did you exit? Which exit were you going out of?
Back out the way we came. We're
Yeah.
on a time
Yeah,
limit.
room
We gotta
14
go
is dead
cook.
for us. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're out of here.
You hear a oh, that was actually kind of in the magical PA system. You hear a kind of perky oh, that was a little exciting. All right, sure. 9 turns left.
Okay.
You have 9 turns. You are 2 away from home. You've already hit 2. You could go to 8, circle back around via 6. You could go to 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So each stick part is a turn, right? Okay.
So
Yes,
realistically,
you're in
we could do
13, you could go
3,
So 1,
We could
4,
do
5,
5,
or
6,
6.
and 8, guys.
Let's do 5, 6, and 8. Yeah.
And that gets us back to the middle for 9 to cook.
That will knock
Yeah.
us back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go 8, 6, 5.
Yes, we have to go the other way.
1, 2, 3,
8,
4,
6,
5, 6, 7,
5.
8,
Yeah.
Okay.
2 to 2.
Yeah, let's do it.
2 to 8.
Weren't we just in 13,
Each room also takes 1 turn. So you can get 6 and you can get 8 and 6, right? So 1, 2, 3,
Right.
4,
Oh, okay.
5, 6.
But
7, 8.
weren't we just in 13?
Yes.
So how do we get all the way to 8 and 6 and back in time to cook?
Because you have 9 turns
2,
left. So 1,
3,
2,
4,
3, 4.
5,
4
6,
gets you to
7,
8.
8, 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just. Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can
Just
get 8
barely.
and 6.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yep.
What the fuck is in number?
I think someone else needs to lead, though. I'm feeling a little rough.
I'll take the lead. That's cool.
All right.
A reminder: you can't die in himbos. So
I'm still feeling
Oh,
a little
good.
rough.
no,
I'm gonna have like veggie
Yeah.
nightmares. It's like Veggie Tales, but worse.
I mean, could it be any worse than Christian vegetables, though?
yeah, they were kind of like Crusader Templar vegetables.
They
Yeah,
were
Literally,
they
yeah.
were
so it is.
Christian.
But
It was
like attacking
awful.
with weapons, yeah, bad.
Yeah.
I like
Also, you failed against a potato night duel.
I don't like
incredible.
carbs. What can I say?
There will be a secret. There will be a secret ballad written about you in the potato night.
Oh my god.
Very Lorena
The
McKennitt
giant
style.
versus the potato
Yeah.
knight.
And then
Who
Uh,
can
true.
verse potato night? Traveling all the day.
Ivory, a real life singer. Uh, you get to roommate unimpeded, unsurprised by anything. Just a a medium moderate sized room. There are crumbling crimson papyrus scrolls lining the walls and shelves everywhere. You have found a library full.
Oh, is it a library full of pigs?
Ooh.
Yes, it's a library full of pigs.
For fuck's sakes. My entire menu is fucked up.
Okay,
But a
wait. But what if is it a library of cookbooks though?
It is a library
Oh.
of recipes.
Yeah.
There are some very small peppers hanging from the ceiling on a bunch of branches.
I want those. Mhm.
And there are a bunch of moth-looking things, kind of sluggish-looking moth dudes floating around.
Okay, don't care about that. But I definitely want some of those peppers.
I mean, like if the moths are flying, could they just get us some peppers? Like if you're flying around, can you just grab some of those peppers there and bring them down? That'd be great.
Mothman, can you get us some spice? Oh yes, Mothman. Would make this dish nice.
You hear a high-pitched wail come out over the magical PA system. It sounds actually like somebody is in pain. And you hear Bakto be like, "Oh God, not a musical." The moths do not appear to respond to your asks
Okay.
to retrieve peppers.
Okay. Plan B. Are there any of those like big wheelie ladders for the reaching of high books?
Yeah, there are library ladders. What's the library
Cool.
without the library
I'm
ladder?
gonna yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna take one of those and attempt to climb up and harvest some wee peppers.
Yeah, you get up there, and it's not actually hard to harvest the peppers. They're
Okay.
but when you reach for them, am I doing this correctly? You realize as you get closer that they're like kind of translucent. They're a little bit
Cool.
translucent.
They're ghost peppers.
Sick.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna read the
Excellent.
description of ghost peppers to you, even though your characters would never know this. They are translucent and ungodly spicy. These peppers contain memories of long dead souls.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sick. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna be
It
absolutely
goes so well with the
These
bone
are
dust.
It sounds like we're making a gumbo at this point with what we've got, guys. I think we got
maybe we are.
Yeah, we're making a gumbo because obviously we do not have our freaking pork belly at this point. So yeah, gumbo with some ghost peppers. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
okay.
well, yeah. Once we get back in and we'll take stock. But like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a sick idea. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can harvest some ghost peppers. The slug moths aren't so pleased when you get up there, and they kind of like flap generally towards you. And you think that they would have been, they have like weird little mouths on them, which isn't like normal for a moth. And you think that
Right.
they maybe would have like come for you, but there's some weird floating frogs in the way. And they kind of like get confused and
Yeah.
tangled.
All right.
There's like a little bit of a tangle
Yeah.
happening between the floating frogs that are still like every once in a while they just latch on to a body part kind of, and but
Right,
they like have
right.
continued to follow you.
Excellent.
Sick.
And one of them, you can see that one of the moths kind of like floats over to you and tries to get to you, and then there just happens to be a frog there, and its weird little mouth like just takes a little chunk out of the side of one of the little froggos.
Ooh.
What?
Okay. Ooh,
The
that's
mouth
too
of
bad.
the moth? The moth takes a chunk out of the frog?
It's a
Mm.
moth-eat
Oh, I
frog
thought
world.
I thought the frog was going to eat the whole moth, and I was good. Good, great. Shit.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what
Okay.
happens in response. A little chunk, and then turns.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and
Halt.
how? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a little
The
moth via
circle
frog
of
war happening in the
moths.
air.
Great.
Nice, cool. Let's get those peppers and go.
Yep. Oh no,
Do we
wait,
want
actually, can we
Oh, recipe.
recipe?
Yeah.
So I, using my Hitachi magic wand, cast a spell to find the ancient recipe in there that is a traditional demonic gumbo, utilizing
Ooh.
exactly the ingredients that we happen to have on hand.
I forgot about I forgot about
Magical
your
wand of
Hitachi magic
Hitachi
wand.
has been activated.
Uh-huh.
We got some good
I
vibrations.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's
Magic
like a
wand.
dowsing rod. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. So probably just one yes. Just one yes. Does it involve a space larger than 5 feet to cast your spell? So roll a d20 and get under your current heart.
Under 11.
Yeah, it's rough.
6!
Nice. Demonic gumbo it is.
Demonic gumbo.
Yeah, it just
Traditional ancient demonic gumbo.
it fucking pulls you up over to one section, and you find the ancient demonic gumbo, which requires a
Glorious.
lot of ghost peppers. Actually, is really
Okay.
like the secret ingredient. Is
Well,
for
he
sure.
did
There's
say
a
he
lot
wanted to
of
eat
ghost
memories,
peppers.
so
Yes.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
Oh my God, you're right.
Oh
And
my
these
god,
have the
it's
memories.
PC memories of demon dinners or whatever.
Memories of demons.
yes.
There's a little
President's choice.
when you pull the recipe out off of the bookshelf, it's actually one that's been like cut out from in the back of a cardboard box.
Ooh.
It's one of those.
It's actually from the President's Choice Insider Report.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
Memories of demons past.
It's just Hell's Choice. It's not President's Choice.
Hell's
But
Choice.
Oh yeah.
you have demon peppers in a recipe.
Yeah.
And very few turns left.
Yeah, we're gonna head back through 6.
Yeah, we can head back. We've got everything.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one more room we were going to hit on our way back? Am I
6.
misremembering
There was
that?
5.
6.
Oh, we didn't hit 6 or 5.
No, we're not going to 5.
You can hit 6. You can't hit 5.
We're not going
yet.
to 5, but we are going to hit 6. Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
hit
So
6
let's
on the way. Yep.
Okay, cool. Sick.
Let's go.
6 is a forge. It's a tool forge. There is a fork, a spoon, and a knife bickering about who knows the best chef atop an anvil in this forge. They see you coming, and all 3 of them kind of pause, but still every once in a while throw a line out about which one they know that is the best to one another. And all 3 of them stand there and look at you and are like, oh, yes, new contestants. And in unison, they all say, I know Bakto's weakness.
Well, let's hear it.
What is it?
You can only ask one of us.
is
Oh man.
okay, but you all know. Wait, will the answers be different? Like, because if you all know the weakness and there's only
Then
one,
great.
right? Like, if you know the weakness, there's all weakness. Does it matter?
A single weakness, yeah.
Right? Like, okay.
Whichever of you would like to answer with this one weakness, go for it.
Yeah, are you
must
gonna tell me
choose.
different ones?
I will note, you must choose. I will note they all said, I know Bakto's weakness.
Yeah, you all know it.
Oh, yeah, they all know what it is.
They all know what it is. Awesome.
Oh, okay. Wait. I have a bing. Do you all agree about what Bakto's weakness is?
We have never agreed on a single thing.
Okay.
Okay. I use my Hitachi magic wand to determine who is the right one for us to ask them. I cast a truth-telling spell. So it turns the person who has the spell is called Hitachi Veracity, and it turns the one of them green who has the real weakness answer. Hitachi Veracity.
The sound effects. It is also only going to cast you one heart, but you are going to have to roll, and now you're down to 10.
I am.
Don't fuck it up.
Oh fuck!
I mean, do fuck it up. I love a random magical spell roll. Did you fuck it up? You fucked it up.
16.
Yes, I get to roll on the table, and a weird thing happens.
Fuck.
A weird magical side effect happens.
Hitachi Veracity.
Yeah.
Which, if you had to pick an element, what element do you feel would this spell be most aligned with?
Water.
Okay. Every single liquid thing in this room freezes.
Oh, including the orb?
Including the orb.
It's okay, we can boil that. It's fine.
That's okay.
The orb might be the only liquid thing in this room.
There's got to be water they have to
you have a wine.
Oh,
yeah, we have. Oh, that's too bad.
You scream Hitachi Veracity, and everything freezes.
Shit. I meant to say Hitachi Velociraptor. I cast the wrong spell.
Maybe, instead of asking questions, I feel like we could just have like a bit of a talking circle and maybe like share our truths with each other. So why don't we do that? Let's all gather around the anvil and have a bit of a talking circle here. And I want to lips this. Sure, I want to use my chit chat and my lips, and I want to sweet talk them into telling us without asking any one of them to tell us.
Yeah, very
good.
Okay.
You use them lips.
Totally. Okay, and I'm getting my +1 from my chit chat.
Okay, I was like, from your blanket? I don't think so. Yeah, sure, your chit
chat. From your blanket?
Yeah, I called it small talk in one place and chit chat in the other. I changed it to chit chat because I felt like small talk was not respecting the power of the talk.
Chit chat.
Yeah, totally.
True.
Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, I rolled a 3. It's the best talking circle ever.
Great.
It's the best talking circle ever. Amaze.
Yeah, so the fork tells you that. What does the fork tell you?
What does the fork say?
What does the fork say? Yes!
The fork is at a real crossroads in their life right now.
If I just stay silent, will this continue? I don't say anything, will you guys just fill the void with puns? Is that how this works?
The tension's so thick the knife can cut through it.
Hey.
I'll be feeding it to you with a spoon. It'll just be one tine after another.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until this is over.
Oh, do you think they're mad at each other because of that whole thing with the dish?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, running away with the
Yeah.
spoon. That
Right.
was controversy.
You know, if they just sat down and negotiated the relationship, they totally could have had a very
Right.
happy polycule. Like, I don't understand
Mhm.
that.
Absolutely.
They could have eaten calzone.
Yes.
And the it's funny you should mention that. So
Calzone or the dish.
the dish,
Okay.
the spoon goes on a really unnecessarily long and gratuitous descriptive story about what happened with the dish after the screen faded to black.
Oh yeah.
And tells you that that's how they know that Bakto is weak to passionate dishes. The fork cuts them off and says, absolutely not. You weren't here. You have no idea. You don't know Bakto like I know Bakto. Bakto is weak to sacrilegious dishes.
Okay.
And the knife is like, no, fuck all y'all. Bakto's just horny and loves an erotic dish.
Oh.
Okay, so like
Okay.
like Madonna's like a prayer dish. We can hit all three. Little
Yeah,
little
I was thinking the
eroticism,
same thing.
little
Like I
passion,
feel,
little
Hey!
I really do
sacrilege.
feel.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like these are like this could be like the true fusion
Yes,
of like
totally.
many flavors.
Yes.
But like
It'll be like
Combos
the like a prayer
Skelly.
video and the sex book, but in a dish.
you remember that scene in Elvira where she makes the casserole and then all the church people just like break out into an orgy? That's kind of what I'm picturing.
Perfect. We're
Yep.
ready.
This is a
This is going to be
sinful
the best
I
gumbo
love
ever.
I feel great. I feel very good about how erotic this gumbo is going to be.
When you eat my food, it's like a little prayer. Down on my knees, I'm gonna feed you there.
Somehow you made Madonna dirtier than Madonna.
Hey.
You sing a little bit, and the same wail that you heard before comes out over the PA. It's like, no, no,
Their weakness might be musicals.
Before we leave, I ask them if they have any serving suggestions. Perhaps something from their incredible forge.
Oh,
Like
you want like
presentation wise. Like, yeah.
A traditional demonic serving suggestion.
they tell you that unfortunately this forge has been decommissioned for quite a while, and they are the last surviving crafts of it.
Oh, that sounds really lonely. Want to come with us?
That's so sad.
I mean, I guess.
Great. Party on. Let's go.
Sweet. All right, let's
They
go.
all like hop into a bag, and then you can hear them picking up the argument they were having that when you walk in while they're in the bag. So as you're walking, there's just like this little muffled argument happening. Yeah, exactly. That
Perfect.
one.
Yep.
All right, we got to start cooking, boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
You return.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
Time is up.
Yes.
All right.
We actually had a couple turns to spare.
No.
Yes.
It's a lie.
Yeah, 13. 1, 2,
I
3,
think we
4, 5, 6, 7. We went back in 7 and we had 9.
No, but it takes time in each room too. We took the whole 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're here. Let's cook.
Yes,
We did
you
it.
return,
Let's
and
do it.
Becca was like, just in the nick of time, I see. You
We can be a little sacrilegious with limits. Does that make you horny?
They give you a weird look, and you realize that like they've turned a little, and there's just like blood coming down their ears.
I really don't like the singing. Okay, got it.
You have every possible cooking
Utensil.
tool and utensil that you could imagine here.
Boom.
So describe to me the final dish that you make. I know it's gumbo. I know you
Okay.
have a recipe. You have some stuff, but like, give me the full. What is the thing that you are making?
Okay, I think that there should be like, because we do have a glorious chopped salad. I'm sure a lot of like the root veggies and the aromatics are going in, but I do think there should be a kind of like refreshing side salad, perhaps with a little bit of a vinaigrette.
Yep. I think
Using
maybe
some
if
of
you
our
did
right.
some of that eggshell roasting on the veggies for that
Yeah,
salad, you can get like a
totally.
roasted
Yeah.
veggie side salad. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. And again, that we can get like a bit of the
Bit of the
sulfur kind
sulfur,
of
bit of that
permeating there.
wine
Yeah,
richness in
exactly.
there. Oh yeah. Some wine
Totally.
in the
Yeah,
gumbo
into
too.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Just
Yeah.
like, whoop, yeah, defo.
The frozen wine now.
It'll heat up.
Well, no, we just warmed it up. We made
It's
it
ice
into
wine.
It's ice wine.
No, we can make it
It's
like
totally
a
ice
granita. Like
wine.
we can like shave it and make it like a little granita that you would like eat with a spoon as
Ooh,
like a palate
yes.
cleanser.
Oh my god, I love it.
And we
Ooh.
can do that at the end after the super hot gumbo.
So the gumbo itself, pretty traditional, right? We started by sauteing the porcini goblins, adding in some of the chopped aromatics who had died in the Cuisinart spell. Your traditional,
Very traditional, totally.
onion, garlic, those kind of
Also the
things, all
foraged extra
delicious.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Well, that goes in after, because unless it's a spice, it doesn't like being cooked up in the heat, right? So then we added in what did we pick up along the way,
crab.
boys?
You got the big crab.
Yeah, well, the big crab.
Big
Oh
crab.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's just like
the crab
this
is kind of the
gumbo's not gumbo.
centerpiece meat, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then we had some nice little rings of corn on the cob.
Oh yeah.
That are thrown in there, that are bubbling with the gumbo. Use some of that beautiful wine to give it a nice stock.
Maybe serve the gumbo in the crab shell. Huh? Do you think we can use it as a bowl?
That's a great idea. Yeah, that's sick.
Delicious.
That's super sick.
And then we used my bucket of lard to deep fry the crispy frog legs.
Yeah.
To put a couple of those served on the side of the salad. So like little crispy.
Like almost like a little crouton kind of situation, but elevated. Okay, I'm gonna actually add, in addition to the granita, that we do heat some of the wine with the like cinnamon bone to do like two ways, right? Like hot and frozen.
Yeah. And meanwhile, I think rubbing that orb to get some of that sweat unfrozen and going again.
Yes.
Nice little refreshing glass of that. Yeah.
Refreshing.
Refreshing. Yeah.
Yes. So refreshing. Yeah, into it.
Yep.
Well, what about the fruit guy? You got the
that
fancy
prickly fruit. What did I even do?
Do you want to do
like tell you about that fruit guy?
No.
I
got it. I don't know what it is.
It is a holy jambu, a prickly numbing fruit. It anesthetizes the tongue when you taste it.
So it's like a Szechuan pepper. So we can do some of that with like the granita and maybe a touch in the gumbo as well.
Oh.
Do we want to do it as like a almost like an extinguisher though? So it's like if the gumbo gets hot, to be too much, you can like
have a little of this.
Do it after the gumbo
going.
with the granita as well.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. That's great. So again, like you're cleansed, ready to go.
Yep.
Totally. Into it.
And also, if he's feeling a little sexy, we've offered an additional side slice that can be used on his anus with the Hitachi magic wand, in case he wants that as an aperitif.
It's like an after-dinner mint, only different.
For the ass.
Only for the ass.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I guess the same logic applies. I don't know.
Yep.
But it has.
Well,
And
if
also,
those ghost
when
peppers,
those ghost peppers are
yes,
coming out,
yes, if they're
Exactly.
that spicy,
Exactly.
there's going to need to be some cooling action.
It's a little gentle rub. Little gentle rub.
Yep.
It's like a smooth water stone.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure. Great. Wonderful. So as you're doing this, Bakto watches the whole process, like is kind of like gets up a little bit and walks over and is taking down like some notes as you're doing it all, and then kind of holds up a little like pad at the end, like takes the food, is like, okay, sniffs it, eats it, I suppose
Rubs a little on
rubs
his
a little on his butt. He's like, oh yeah, it's been a long time since something asked me to do this. And it's like, but I get it. It's like part of the
It's been
traditional
since demon
demonic
college.
limbo. Yeah. Not since demon college. And he holds up a little like plaque at the end. And it says, and it just has a big number 7 on it.
That's my lucky number.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
One of you needs to roll 2d4.
Okay.
Who's feeling
team.
brave?
I'll do it.
Okay, let's go.
You got this.
Okay.
It's like an after dinner mint for the app. I now feel like that should be like a sex offering. Like there is some bougie artisanal like sex creams company out there that's like an after dinner mint.
I got a 3 and a 4.
That's
So
7.
you rolled a 7.
7 on the nose.
Is that good or bad?
Well,
Oh God.
Technically, but I don't want it. Technically, what is supposed to happen is you are supposed to roll under the score that you got. That score was calculated by a number of things that you did and then you were supposed to roll under it. And if you didn't roll under it, you would die instantly because Bakto would be unsatisfied with your offerings. But I think instead of that, you don't die instantly. But you satiated Bakto in a way that hasn't happened in a very long time. And so it was the mint. It was the mint.
That's what I was going to say.
Made the difference.
Pushed it over the edge.
Tilted the balance. Yep.
And so Bakto hesitantly, like reluctantly, opens the door behind you. And out comes some tiny demons. Imps, one might call them. I guess they're tiny demons, right?
Yeah.
Pushing this little cart. And on top of this cart, there's like some sounds that are happening that sound kind of fanfare. And on top of this cart is a golden hen.
Ooh.
This is your reward, Bakto says. I haven't been satisfying in a long time. You see a smile on their face. They're not frowning. They're sitting up a little bit. They might be sitting up because of the butt mint. It could be a happy posture. It could be my butt feels like somebody put peppermint on it. Which side note, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you put fucking spearmint shampoo on your head and then you rinse your body. I just
True.
would like everybody to know that they have
Absolutely.
not.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bernie flaps.
oh,
It's
that is
so.
a good
I
warning.
appreciate that so many people here have also had this experience. I do not often buy minty shampoo, but my partner likes tea tree shampoo, and tea tree does the
Yeah,
same
tea
thing.
tree
where you
tingle.
rinse
That's
it.
the
Tea
good
tree and
shit.
peppermint.
Tea tree
Bernie
tingle.
Tea tree tingle.
flaps.
So that's what
That's the
I'm
good shit.
envisioning is happening to our dear sweet Bakto right now. That moment post shower where you've just realized
Oh,
that you've
yeah.
rinsed the tea tree peppermint right into your anus. Refreshing, but also awkward. Um, the golden hen is also immortal. It is an edible, ever regenerating chicken. It shrieks.
Oh, immortal. I thought you said it is
Oh.
also immortal. And I'm like, it's a
Like-
human hen? Like,
The last
Oh.
contestant.
It challenges you to a duel, and you realize that in its feathers on the back,
It's
it
the
has been
potato
hiding
knife.
a potato knight.
Oh, no. Run.
No, it's an immortal hen. You can eat it, and it'll regenerate. It shrieks
Oh.
in agony when eaten, but never dies, no matter how much of its flesh is consumed.
Ooh.
What a lovely
That is
gift,
uncomfortable, but
but also useful.
thanks.
It's terrible, but oh,
You'll never be hungry again. Just guilty. Just rot
Okay.
with guilt.
So guilty.
Yeah. I like really awkwardly gather the chicken into my arms.
Ivory, you have to name it.
Mother Plucker.
Great.
Very
Motherfucker
good.
it is.
I knew it would happen. It's not double chicken, but it'll be fine.
Mother Plucker.
Mother Plucker and y'all are allowed to leave the dungeon the way you came.
Yay.
You have been granted life. You have satisfied Bakto, and also Bakto's
Anus.
You have tasted the moon eyeballs. You kind of probably have the moon eyeball, actually. That is also
We
something
do.
you can take away with you.
Oh, yeah.
And pockets
That
full
thing's
of
cool.
gold, including,
Right,
but not
shinies.
limited to, the red soapstone
Yeah,
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes, you do have a bunch of shiny.
that glows in the dark when you use it as chalk.
Do we have any ghost peppers left?
I mean, if you want to have ghost peppers left, you can have ghost
Yeah, I do. Yeah, just a couple.
I do. Just a couple.
You have a
You know.
couple ghost peppers. If you fall asleep
Sick.
with them, they'll whisper to you in your sleep their weird memories.
I would like to make a
Ah.
little wall decoration with the little scythes so that I can, remember that moment.
Like a
Like
macrame.
when you get home.
Yeah, like a little fan, but out of scythes, but on the wall.
Yep, I like that idea.
I like the idea of you making a literal fan, but out of sides. So just like you walk into your room, it's just
Make sure you
Cuisinart all
duck.
the time. Wonderful. Thanks, friends.
Good work, boys.
I am the anus situation. I am still shocked by. I'm still shocked by that.
But it came out okay in the end.
So is Bakto.
And also, I feel like the fade to black of this, the like end of this, is that we see the potato knight on its hill, realizing that the fruit has been taken, and then just falling to its knees.
No! Totally.
Potato knight will be back,
Yeah, potato night.
coming to a theater near you.
Revenge of the
2024.
potato night.
Revenge of the Potato Knight.
Incredible. Do I have to get a potato night tattoo now, YN?
Why? Yes.
That sounds sick.
I love it.
100% Potato Knight tattoo.
So good.
We already have matching potato face tattoos.
I know.
So I feel like Potato Knight that's fine.
Yeah.
We can.
It's thematically correct.
It is.
There is a surprising number of pictures of potato knights on the internet.
Really?
Is this
Yes,
thing?
one moment. Yeah.
No.
I've got the exact one. I'm just trying to save it. Hang on.
Oh yeah, there's a
Beauteous.
surprising number of potato knights.
Right?
A fun aside, I have convinced, mentioning the potato faces. So one of the things that I'm doing for this campaign is that I'm getting some NPC portraits done by Emma, and maybe now one of them is going to be a potato knight.
Nice.
Yes.
Great, thanks guys.
1 second. I'm trying to send you guys this potato knight.
Yeah,
there
I
he is.
can't leave without the potato knight.
I'm
I
just gonna stop
downloaded
the
him as a
very
recording.
picture, but I couldn't post a picture in the chat. So,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That is your nemesis.
Oh wow, there's actually quite the rousing speech
Oh, yeah.
and everything.
Wow.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
gonna